Good morning, Captains. I'm Noah Dooley.
And I'm Brandon Spiegel. Today is Monday, November 17th, and we are coming to you live with another edition of WK Today.
To promote the upcoming issues of the Murmur, the newspaper staff is holding a raffle on Wednesday, November 19th for a Batman Mason jar bank that will be featured in the DIY holiday page. Someone from the Murmur staff will be sitting at the front of the cafeteria during all lunches, where students will be able to enter the raffle. Now over to Tiffany for sports.
All boys interested in finding out more about the swim and drive team, please see Miss Jackson in the athletic office. The season begins November 24th, but the conditioning has started. The drive team will practice at the Kettering Pool, at the swim team will practice at Mott. Now Brandon at the news desk.
Student Council and student leadership have partnered up for a competitive food drive to help families in need for the holidays. Canned goods will be taken through the AC from now until November 24th. Each student donating items will be given a turkey feather to put on their class turkey in the 300 hall. The winning class will receive $500. Let's see if the class of 2015, 2016, 2017, or 2018 will take the prize. May the best class win.
Recently, DetroitLions.com Tim Twentyman came to speak to the journalism classes. We learned a lot of valuable information from him. Let's take a look at what he had to say about writing and the Detroit Lions. The Lions played a game in London last week. Were you at the game?
I was, and it was a very unique experience. You know, when you go to a game at Ford Field or on the road here in the States, you know, fans are intelligent about football. You know, when the other team has the ball, when you're at home, you're loud. When your team has the ball, you're quiet, and you know, you follow the game, and it gets louder as big plays happen and stuff. And in London, it was very different. You know, they're not so much Detroit Lions fans or Atlanta Falcons fans as they are just football fans. So everyone shows up in their own jersey. So you had a stadium filled with 32 different jerseys, and it's kind of like a buzz. If you watch a soccer game, there's always that hum, just a constant noise, and it was much like that. There weren't the ebbs and flows of volume like there is in a normal game.
And I'm sure you've talked with a lot of the Lions players, if not all of them. So who so far is your favorite player to talk to?
Wow, that's a good one. You know, Nate Burleson was one of my favorites. He's no longer with the team now. I would probably have to say Rob Sims.
Rob Sims,
and it seems
the guard?
The guard. Rob Sims, you know, everybody would say, well, it's got to be Golden Tate or Calvin Johnson or Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford's pretty good too, but you know, Rob is always accessible and he's honest. You know, a lot of times players won't be honest with you. They won't admit when they've played bad, or they'll have excuses. Rob is never that way. I know I can always go get an honest assessment of how he played and how the offense played.
Now, you said you went to Western Michigan. Now, what is your degree from there?
I have a broadcast and cable production degree. Actually, you know, when I started school, I wanted to be a ESPN Sports Center anchor. Soon found out. Don't we all? And I soon found out that I probably have more of a face for newspapers and radio than I do for television. But no, I just like being behind the scenes a little bit more. And it's just kind of my niche. I was a little bit better at that. I'm not so great on the camera.
You're doing well so far. So, what do you use more to help you write, stats or game film?
I'd say a combination of both, really. You know, at every game that I go to on Sunday, on Monday, I'll go back and watch it the next day because there's inevitably stuff you miss, little details. But I do that right along with the game book and the stat sheet right there. I mean, the stats don't lie a lot of times in sports, and so you know, if a guy has 8 catches for 154 yards and a touchdown, you know he had a pretty good game. Now what you do is you take that and then you go to the game film and you say, well, why? Why did he have 8 catches for 154 yards and a touchdown? And that's where you use the game film along with the stats to help him.
And one more question. So the Lions are 6-2 so far. It's a pretty good season. It looks like they could make the playoffs or win the division. Think this could be the year they go to the Super Bowl?
It's early. And we've seen this before. We've been in this story before. Last year they were 6-3 and collapsed down the stretch. And so I've learned from watching this team, even though it's only been a short time, that you never make predictions until it's over. But I will say this: this team has a defense. This team plays good special teams outside of its kicking, but covering kicks. And so when you play good defense and you have sound special teams, and Their offense is going to get everybody back healthy. I think they've got a shot to do some good things, and I think they can certainly win the division and get into the playoffs. And once you get into the playoffs, it's a whole new season. It's a whole new ballgame, and anything can happen.
We appreciate Mr. Twentyman taking time out of his day for this and wish the Detroit Lions the best of luck during the regular season.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Captains. Once again, I'm Noah Dooley.
And I'm Brandon Spiegel. Stay tuned for another live show on tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, Captains.